Hey ladies, we're doing a very fun tutorial today. Winter trends for 2011. The cat eye is back, and not only a cat eye with your liner, but a smoky eye to go along with it. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to do the picture that is shown, and we'll start with our Urban Decay Primer Potion as usual. As my brow bone color, I'm going to be using this pigment from MAC, which is called Naked. I am using a 213 brush, also from MAC, and I sprayed it lightly. I didn't saturate it, but I sprayed it lightly with some Fix Plus from MAC. That'll act as my mixing medium so that I'll actually get the flecks of pigment to stay on my brush. Pigment, one of its jobs is to just get all over the place no matter what. So I'm just going to brush that away, buff it out underneath. Okay. Now with a somewhat fluffy brush, and I'm going to take my 224 from MAC, I'm going to be taking Amber Lights, and this one's a pretty bold color, so that's why I'm using a very soft brush. Just tap it off and put this over your lid. And after you feel that you've applied enough, just go ahead and buff that in. And you can bring it up into the crease as well after you've already applied it. So apply, and then as you're buffing, you can carry it into the crease a little bit. With that same 224 brush, I'm going to be taking Naked from Urban Decay. Seems like everything is called Naked in the eye that I'm using. And we don't want this to be super defined, so really just go all over the crease. It's a light enough skin color to where it's not going to blend in with your brow and make your brow look bushy. It's a light enough color to where it'll add warmth and depth without going overboard. And this brush is so great. It's such a good blender that you're not going to worry about harsh lines at all. You can take a Maxine mop, or I'm just going to use my Travel 239 from MAC, and I'm going to be using Gorgeous Gold, which is just a gorgeous gold, and I'm going to be putting that on my tear duct and the surrounding area, so all right here. Now for some fun with black, I'm going to take Smolder by MAC. It's just a black kohl pencil, and I'm going to line the top waterline and the bottom waterline and then smudge it. Since we're going to be smudging this, after you've done your waterline, let me see if I can do this, really get down in here into your lash line, and don't worry about making it pretty at all. We're going to be smudging this. So get it over that rim of your eye and really saturate underneath. I even brought up a little bit right here. And I'm going to go on top. Like I said, it doesn't need to be a clean line because we're going to be taking a Q-tip to this. Just need to make sure it's really in that lash line. So take your Q-tip, and what I like to do is I just do this and twirl it around a couple times just so the fibers aren't sticking up too much. And blend away. Now for our black eyeshadow. Before I blend and make it all perfect, I like to use more of a brush that will give me precision. This is my Merle Norman brush, eyes number 3, and I'm just taking a black, matte black, which is Carbon from MAC. You can use the 88 palette though. And if you look down, you'll notice that your eye goes like this and then comes out right here. There's kind of a dip that goes underneath, and that's where I'm going to be putting my black. Just do a nice little outline first. And the nice thing is if you follow that curve of your face, they're going to be symmetrical for the most part. Our faces aren't perfectly symmetrical, but they're close enough. Because of her hair, you can't really see where it goes. I'm going to be stopping there and then filling in this outer V right here. And this is all just placement. I'm going to be buffing this out. Okay, I have my basic shape down, and I concentrated a lot of that black in the corner here and brought some over. I'm going to swirl this 224 brush in the Naked again. And buff over that. And in the areas where I want more drama, like in the very, very corner, I'll go back and add more black, but this will soften that outer line a little bit while still giving that shadow. And just a touch more black just in the outer V. And also with any brush that you have that's kind of like a pencil brush or has a slight point, you want to set all of the eyeliner that you did on the bottom too. So take that and just set that liner. This woman has amazing bone structure, so it's all about chiseling for us. I'm going to take my brush from Sonia Kashuk, which is fantastic. It's a nice chiseled brush. And I'll be taking my Nicole Miller and pushing it upward into this cheekbone. I'll also be taking this up into the hairline. So all right along here. Love contouring. It makes your face look thinner. Extend this cat eye with some bronzer. Her nose is pretty chiseled. I mean, overall, this girl just has amazing, amazing bone structure. So we're gonna fake it like there's no tomorrow. Go on our jawline. So there's our contouring. Now add a coat of your favorite mascara. So we have some mascara on, and then I also went and did my brows. Hers are a little bit more full, and they go straight out over here. So I just did a rough draft, if you will, with my pencil, and we'll clean up any lines with powder, and powder will set it as well. So, and you guys know my thing on brows. Hers look a little bit thicker, and even though you're not used to it, if your eyebrows are really, really thin, try at least for 1 week to do a thicker brow. A thicker brow will actually not age you as much as a thinner brow will. Thin brows, for those of you in high school, it just looks silly. And I'm talking from experience because I totally did it in high school, and I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? I could have been so much more fashion forward had I done a stronger brow or something like that. So anyway, the more brow you have, the more useful your look, your overall look will be, and the thinner your brow, the more age you put on your face. So those of us that are getting on in years, the thinner your brow, you're not doing yourself any favors. So hers is even more beautiful, sculpted, and nice and thick. And now I'll go over that a little bit with some light brown powder from the Coastal Scents palette. And then we will head on to lips. Now for lips, she does have a nude lip, but you can still tell that there is color there. So I have picked out 3 different colors, and I think that you could probably use them all. 2 are from MAC, and the other one is Elizabeth Arden. Elizabeth Arden is Natural 01. I got this years ago. The other one is Strip Down, and the other one is Subculture. So Subculture, below it. Now these are darker browns, but the lighter your touch, obviously the lighter it's going to be. And then the Elizabeth Arden right there. Okay, so those are 3 browns that you can use. Looking at it, I think I'm going to be using the Elizabeth Arden. And she has bigger lips, beautiful lips, so I'm going to go over my lip line. Okay, for Christmas, I got a lip palette, which I'm really, really excited about. My mommy and my daddy got it for me. They sent it up. I was so happy. It doesn't look necessarily pretty, but because I had a lot of lipstick and it was pushing up against here. But I basically scooped them all out and put them in here. And then the other side has more, but it tends to stick. And some of the lipsticks come out right there. It's really sad, but I'm really glad that I can just have all of my lipsticks in one place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of mist and put that on the whole bottom part of my lip. Debating between two really good browns. I think that I'm going to use this one, Blonde Venus. Yep, perfect. And last but not least, I'm just going to put on my little Demi Wispies, Ardell's that you can get at Sally's, and I'll see you in just a second. So there is our look today. We're following winter trends for 2011. Happy New Year to everybody, and keep the requests coming. I'm loving your emails. I'm loving your requests. They're so much fun. I just got a really, really good one for if it were in black and white or if it were in color. So I'll be doing that one soon. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.